in mind, I've got almost 10 years experience with coaching men, thousands of hours worth of mentoring, coaching men in person. I've mentored clients from all around the world, every country pretty much you can think of. America, Canada, Russia, Poland, Germany, Austria, France, Belgium, Africa, Middle East, Asia, Ireland, England, Wales, Scotland, Colombia, Brazil, South America, the list goes on and on. So during that time I've got loads of experience and I've learnt a lot about behavioural patterns, characteristics. And in this coward videos today, we're talking about why most men are theory junkies. All they do is read books, right? Quote facts that are written by other people that they've never met and think that they know shit about life when they don't. So give you an example. When I first came into the dating industry as a professional dating and relationship coach, before I made the transition into pretty much being everything, a confidence coach, people's therapist, anyway, when I was in the industry, I was in the midst of developing myself. Before I got in the industry and started teaching, I wanted to make sure I was very good at what I did before I could tell any other man how to go about interacting with women. So I worked on my confidence rigorously, 8 hours of social practice a day. I didn't care about work-life balance or getting tired and all this stuff. I wasn't interested in that. I was tired of living like a loser myself. I wanted to make changes. I wanted to have a better relationship with women, build my confidence and cut the bullshit and stop doing what most men do or what most society encourages, which is lie to women to get women into bed, trick them and put on a stupid, pathetic act. I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to follow the values that I was brought up with my mum and dad, also my faith as a Christian. I want to treat women with respect, but I want to be a man. I want to be confident, I want to be assertive, I want to have respect, and I want to have personal boundaries. So I started working on those things and improving my social skills, and I got to an excellent level. When I started teaching, I started noticing that a vast amount of the clients that I worked with initially, one of the main reasons why they struggle, because all they fucking did was read books. They read books on how to seduce women or how to meet women. And what made me laugh was they didn't have a woman. They were coming to a dating and relationship expert myself who did have a woman and had a lot of success with women and who understood how to attract a woman with honesty and integrity. But they don't, and all they were doing was repeating this stuff. And I was thinking to myself, I didn't say it back then until a bit later on, till I grew more courage, because it's a typical thing when you first start teaching. Most people don't want to offend their clients. Now I don't give a shit. I tell them the truth whether it offends them or not. They would start hitting me with all these facts. Johnny, did you know that women like this? Did you? I'm like, listen mate, I don't need to hear this bullshit. I've got a woman. I know what women like. And I've got a firm, grounded, real experience with women, so I understand. You don't know shit about women. That's why you've hired a relationship expert and you're reading books, and all your friends are losers because they've all got a bad attitude. None of them can get a woman, and do you know why? I'll be straight with you guys. I'll be straight up how my father was with me, and real alpha male men, not little pussies the fake guys who are more dangerous than any strong father figure type alpha male type of man who more tough love. These guys are dangerous. I'll get to that in a second. The nice guys. That's why women don't date them. That's why most people won't build relationships with nice guys, because you can't trust them, because they're not nice. They're nasty and dishonest, and they hide all of their spitefulness and their anger and their resentment. Where more of an alpha male man, he'll tell you if he's got a problem to your face, but he's also a decent person as well. So there's a balance between not being a coward but not being a bully. So I'm not a bully, and I don't encourage to be bullies. All right, let's get that straight. So what I saw was loads of intellectual facts and reading, but no action. And I'll tell you why. It's so simple, and I'm going to go into every industry, not just dating industry in this video. We're not just talking about men being cowards or not being able to speak to a woman, have respect for women. We're talking about in every aspect of a man's life. I'm going to go through every area, so stay on the video. If you don't stay on the video, as far as I'm concerned, you're an idiot, you're an imbecile. Because why you come into a video to get control of your anxiety so you can live the life that you want and be a better person and have some respect for yourself, family and society and women? Why are you on the video and then jumping off? Something I said offended you. Then if that offends you, then get off the video. So back to my point. The reason why all these men, all of them, 100%, were reading books on how to go about improving the relationships of women, because none of them had the fucking guts to go out and speak to a woman in real life, because they were frightened of facing that fearful feeling, because they care about what people think about them, and they were scared of being hurt. And that's the same reason most of you cowards would never do what I'm doing. You would never make a YouTube video. And for the critics who say, oh well, Johnny, you're being a bit strong, it's quite aggressive, it's harsh in your language, you're telling men that they're cowards. How many fucking lives have you changed? For all these so-called do-gooders, how many lives have they changed? Right, I rest my case. I've changed more lives than all of you, most of you. And anyone who criticises me because I'm coming at you with tough love, you ain't changed shit. You ain't changed shit with your outlook on life and your attitude. So just because someone swears and is strict and straight, it doesn't make them a bad person. You see how far your philosophy gets. I've changed more men than probably a doctor. I fixed more men's hearts than a doctor and a surgeon. Because that's what really I'm in the business of, is fixing men's hearts. So I know this philosophy works. And I know, because it's how my father was on me, and I didn't like it when I was younger either. But now I'm over the moon. If I had a weak, perfect father who wasn't an alpha male and had no personal boundaries, I would have not respected him. I would have walked all over him. I was frightened of my dad growing up. I had respect. Now, of course, you don't like everything when someone does, but it's changed my life. That's why Johnny Berba's here and I'm not dead or on drugs or in prison, which I easily could have been. So I know what I'm talking about. No fucking bullshit. I haven't got time for it. If you don't like swearing, get off the video. Make sure you guys subscribe as well, because I'm going to change more of your lives. But most of you are great anyway. So anyway, the guys read these books because when you read a book, it is so comfortable. It's not fearful. Anyone can pick up a fucking book and read words off a page and quote facts. So I read the book and it says in the book, most women like men that are confident with strong body language, and alpha male men and father figures and charming men and loving men. Okay, even if that's true, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't actually take the action and go and speak to women and actually do it in real life. So that's why I well exceeded most of the guys that were around me at the time. They were all reading books, I was out doing it. So the books are always an escape to face the feeling. Because when you read a book, it doesn't criticise you. A book doesn't say you're a cunt, you're a wanker, you're an idiot, because that's what people will say to you online. These are the things I've had said to me. I don't give a shit what they say, because I know who I am as a person, I know I've got good values, and I know I change people's lives. And I know a lot of people who complain are full of shit. They're the ones that are not doing anything. They're the ones that are resentful, miserable, bickering behind people's back. They're fake people. They've not changed anyone's life. They can't even get off their own fucking backside and wipe their ass and do something that benefits society. They're the kind of people that would probably just walk past a homeless person when they're in a position to help them out. They won't give a shit about if you lived or died. I wasn't brought up like that. I've got good values. I'm a caring person. So sometimes people get confused. They think if someone's swearing, or if he's alpha male, if he's masculine, oh, he's bad, he's a bully. But it's like, no, you don't get it. You really don't get it. You need to start acting like men, because most of the women think you're pathetic. They've told me. They think these men, they won't date these men. They're not going to sleep with men. They're not going to have a long-term, longest relationship. No way. Why? A woman's not. It's too dangerous for a woman. She wants to be around a man who she can depend on. A man who can clean his bedroom and wipe his own arse and take responsibility, and who's got respect for women. So most of the woman-hating men, they're all these geeks that read books that can't grow some bollocks and balls and go out and be accountable and face the fears. I grew up around it. I know it. I went to a diverse school. I grew up around lots of different people. I'm blessed. It's one of the things that contributed me to having a better character. And before you guys even think it or say it, because you're judging me right now, right? And that's fine. I don't give a shit. I've got good self-esteem. I've looked at myself continuously. I've faced fears, and I'm nothing close to a saint. I'm a work in progress, but I've got a good heart. I'm a good person, and that's more than good enough for now. And I've changed a lot of lives. How many lives have you changed? How many people's finances have you improved? How many people have you stopped committing suicide? How many people have you helped to fix their relationship with their mum and dad? How many people have you helped out of severe mental illness? How many people have you got in new jobs? Right then, shut your mouth, because I've got loads of people in these positions, change lives. Why? Because I've got the guts to stand up and speak and say the truth and tell it and be honest with people and be honest with my clients. And I always knew it. I saw it. I saw it in the dating industry. The guys, and if they don't get their act together, they stay losers for the rest of their life. They never get a woman. They never do. They get worse, and they don't make friends. So who's trying to help you out? I'm trying to help you out today. The video is free, and stop being so fucking ungrateful about this and that. It's a free video. I could charge if I want to. I'm not charging for these. They're free. I'm breaking my back doing these videos. I love it. It's my passion. So have a bit of respect and gratitude, or piss off the video. Alright, so I'm not messing about today, because this whole pussyfooting around, it doesn't work. It didn't work for me. When I was younger, I didn't get it either. I thought my dad was being tough on me. He's bullying me, shouting at me, telling me to get a job, telling me to wash up, telling me to respect my mum, telling me to act like a man. My dad told me when I was younger, I had problems. I came home, I was crying. He said, what's wrong? I said, this girl's rejected me at school, or I'm embarrassed, I can't speak to him. And he said, what do you mean you're embarrassed? What are you embarrassed for? Just go up, be a gentleman, be honest, be a man, and just walk up to a girl and say, alright, nice to meet you. My name's Jonathan. How are you doing? You're right, you look nice. Do you want to come out with me for a drink? That was my dad's advice. The old school men were the best. These new school men are pussies. They're cowards. They're the kind of men that are going to get people killed. And women don't date men like these. And I don't hang out with these sorts of men, because they're not loyal, they're not strong. But if you get your act together and you make the transformation, which all of you can if you want to, then I would hang out with you. Then a woman will date you. So there is hope, thank God. But you have to put these books down and stop being theory junkies. Let me make a point. Listen, I've had the argument. People say, oh, well, Johnny, it's good. Listen, it's good to read. Yes, it's good to read if you enjoy reading, and it improves your mental health. But don't fucking try and be smart with me. But that's not personal development. When you need to overcome social anxiety, when you need to overcome life anxiety, when you need to overcome the fear of public speaking, when you need to overcome the fear of getting off your fucking ass and going to a job interview and getting a job, when you need to overcome the fear of enrolling in university and getting your education and making friends, you don't fucking do that by reading a book. You got to face the fear in real life, and most of you don't want to face it because it doesn't feel nice. And it doesn't feel nice when he tells me the truth. I want everyone to be nice to me. See how far that get you? That will get you a mental breakdown, mental health problems, and it'll get you broke, no woman, no friends, and no real solidarity, no growth. The real personal development is out in the field. It's action. And any teacher in personal development who's got any fucking common sense will tell you that. And if they're not telling you that, then they're fake. They don't know what they're talking about. And there's a lot of them out there, charlatans. So you have to face your fears, and that's how I developed. So that's the woman side of it. And like I said, always respecting women. And these guys who are bitter, these nice guys are not nice guys. They're not nice guys. They're pussies, they're cowards, they're crybabies, and they're resentful towards women because they hate themselves and they're not putting in the work. And they could change it around. They could be decent people with good values, and they could get a woman, and they could make money, and they could be accountable. But they're too scared to step over the line. They're too scared to become fearless and face the fear. And I know it because I was around these men, and I've been around champions, strong alpha male men. Been around all kinds of people. It's given me that outlook, real, not in a book. I didn't read a book. How to win friends, influence people. I didn't read it. I did it. Actually, by socializing, thousands of interactions. Okay, next one. Business, career. I've seen it again in the entrepreneurial self-help movement. It's all kind of connected. All these people coming up with facts about marketing, about branding. You ain't done shit, man. You've never marketed yourself in your life. You've never done one YouTube video. You read a book on how to win friends and influence people, but you haven't influenced shit because you've never had the bottle to do it, because you're scared about what people are going to think about you. You're scared about being judged. You're scared about being criticized, being called names, being exposed, getting rejected, getting hurt, and you're scared of success. You're scared of happiness. You're scared of being liked. You're scared of everyone looking at you. You're scared of being a superstar. You're frightened of all of it, man. Yes, you are. You're scared of all of it. And quoting facts and talking on these stupid pathetic forums and putting up these weak little posts on Facebook on positivity is such a convenient escape from facing the feeling of fear and anxiety. Amen. Give me a round of applause. I'm talking the truth because I've seen it. I know it. And when you've bullshitted yourself for many years, which I did initially, and you change and you face the bullshit and grow and succeed, then you know the truth. So it's been going on for a long time. The book reading, So reading books on something that, write the book then. Write the book, make some money. But most of you couldn't write a book because you've got no experience to share with anyone. It's just bullshit. No one would buy it. So instead of quoting what other people said, why don't you go and live it yourself and face the fear and stop being a little coward and a theory junkie? Because that's what most of you are. That's why such a bad porn addiction. And all of you, what it is you all lack father figures. That's the pattern I've seen in people. Maybe, I don't know, you grew up, your dad wasn't strict on you, didn't have personal boundaries, or your dad was too soft, he didn't face his fears as well, or your dad was strict and you didn't take it on board, or you're around guys that also lack personal boundaries, that are too soft, too effeminate, and that's where all these problems are coming from. All the problems are really, the problem is not being a man. Is not facing stuff, is not being able to go through tough times. You guys want easy weak times, and when you complain about the result, you should never complain in life about not having things if you haven't gone to hell and back to get them. All this bullshit about quick fixes, do this, do that, 1 step, 2 step, this method, that method, bollocks. It's all bullshit. It's all people just trying to sell crap. It's hard work and dedication, and it's not giving a shit about what people think. Your opinion of yourself should be far greater than the opinions what other people have about you. I couldn't give a shit about what critics and sad lowlifes think of me, because I know I'm doing a good thing. I've been doing it for years, and I like myself as a person. I'm accountable and I'm successful. So these are the hard facts. These are the hard facts of why guys struggle in every area and have got no discipline. Again, in the gym world, you need to take this amount of protein. This is the science. What does it mean? What does it mean? This is the science. This is the protein. You don't train shit, man. You don't go to the gym. You're weak. You can't even do a deadlift or a bench press or a squat. You're a pussy. That's the truth. No one's told you it, because you hide with pussies, scared men, because you're all, it's I don't even know, it's an embarrassment. So you got to get your act together and then live the science, because I know the science of how to attract a woman, because I've done it for years. I know the science of how to make money, done it for years. I know the science of public speaking, I've done it, I've lived it. I know the science of how to attract clients worldwide, I've done it, lived it. I know the science of how to build a brand and influence people and change people's lives, I've done it. What the fuck have you guys done? Nothing, apart from complain and bicker and cry on forums. Grow up, be men. Grow up, be men, because until you do, you can't help anyone. You can't be better to women, to society, and all this bullshit about, oh, it's too tough, it's too strict. Grow up, man, because life is tough, it's hard, it will break you down. It's going to break you down anyway, whether you like it or not. So if you don't toughen up in the right way and get a good attitude, because your attitude is your gratitude, you're going to be fucked for the rest of your life. You are going to be. And at some point you're going to have to face the reality that you didn't face what you needed to face because you were scared of a feeling. So there's nothing wrong with having fear. We know it. It's obvious now. Every man has fear. Everyone does. That's not a disgrace. That's part of being a human being. But it's the ones that face it. A coward dies 1 billion deaths. A hero dies 1. Because the coward and the hero both feel fear. But the coward doesn't face it. He can't handle the feeling. But hero faces it. My dad made me face it. He dragged me out of the house by my neck at the back when I was 12, 13 and pulled me out onto the estate and made me fight one-on-one bullies that were bullying me and going around being disrespectful to the girls, robbing people. I had to fight them in front of my dad. Do you know how hard that was? Do you know how terrifying? I'm glad. It changed my life. That's why I've been successful in business, in everything I've got into, every area, YouTube, relationships with women, making money. More importantly, just my own accomplishments, transforming lives around the world. That's what I do on this channel. If you've enjoyed this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't like, dislike, I don't give a shit. Comment below. This is the mood I'm in today. I can't do too nice. I've tried it years ago. It doesn't change anyone's life. Because I have a soft, nice side to me as well, a softie, and I try that, loving. This is very loving, but just more of a gentle. And it doesn't work. Guys don't respect it. It's go, oh well, you made me feel really good today, Johnny. Thanks for it. No impact, no fucking impact at all. So get down to the gym, train 3 times a week, clean your fucking bedroom, have good manners, respect women, respect your parents, respect people. You know, stop complaining and blaming. The complain and blame culture. Cowards, man, should be ashamed. Look what the men before us have done for us. Ungrateful, internet connection, health, food, still ungrateful. All ungrateful, no gratitude. Your gratitude is your attitude. Failure equals success. Change the mindset, face the fear, face your social anxiety, face your life anxiety. Learn how to conduct yourself with women. Improve yourself, add value to others. What value do you give to people? Jack shit, most of you, because of the toxicity, negative, complaining, weakness. No one gives a shit. They don't care about that, because the attitude brings down the whole of society. People want strong people, strong leaders. So where's the leadership? Leadership is not wiping your ass and reading a book, laying on your bed. It's comfortable. You should read the book when you come back from the battlefield. Metaphorically speaking, when you've took a lot of action, then you got a right to read a book. Then you can fucking write a book. I could write 10 books, 100 books. I will write books soon. And the book on the first page will say, "Get the fuck off the books and take action, cowards." It's a joke. It's a joke, and it's not going to help men's mental health, because you've got to be mentally tough. I know what it takes. I've done it. I've gone through hell and back. Been through breakdowns, all kinds of rejections. None of you want to go through rejection. None of you do. So, you wanted the coward video, you got it. This is one of my most enjoyable videos, because there's no filtering or trying to please people or be nice. It's being decent, being good. There's a difference. Someone being genuine. What would you rather? Having a friend your whole life is always nice to you, even if you're totally disrespectful and you're behaving like a disgrace. Would you want someone around you like that? That's going to get you killed. You're not going to achieve anything in life, and you're not going to be valued by society. Or would you rather a friend around you like myself, who is a decent friend, loyal, you can trust him, he loves you, he's caring, but he tells you the truth when you need to be told? And that's why mentors are so important. But most of you little cowards are not grateful for the great mentors. So get your fucking ass up off your bed, stop wanking off to porn, and stop reading the books, and go out and do something decent with your life, and face your fear, and face it again and again and again. And if you get rejected, you don't quit. You don't quit when you get rejected. I worked harder and harder and harder, and smarter. Yeah, I agree, harder, smarter. Learn, go back, change things, of course. If you keep doing the same thing and it doesn't work out, you're fucked up, something's wrong. So you have to change it and address it and get it right. And sometimes you need a mentor. Alright? Become fearless, and that's what it's about. Not being a theory junkie, reading books, going out and doing it. Unless you want to be a novelist and a writer, that's different. But most of you don't. You want to personal development. Personal development, the only personal development, none of it counts otherwise, is action.